Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome back to another day of praying through the darkness. Today we are going to be listening to a very small section of a prayer, of a reminder that Paul offered up to the Thessalonians when they were going through great trials and persecution, for their beliefs. And we may not, I'm sorry, I've got a hair. All right. Maybe I got rid of it. Many times we don't face the same persecutions that the early Christians did. But every once in a while, we'll come up against someone who is just very adamant that we are being silly, that there is no God. And I don't know about you, but quite frankly, I feel sorry for them. But I have learned a long time ago that the only thing you can do for them is just pray. Offer them up to God, and be reminded of where you came from. How long did you struggle or fight against that knocking on your heart's door? Now, I was never one to think that anyone was silly about their beliefs. Of course, now I was a middle-aged teenager, 15, 16 years of age, when I finally accepted Christ. So I didn't have the time to worry about what other people thought. And I mean, before I became a Christian. Of course, growing up in a Christian children's home, I was surrounded by God's love and His teachings. I just fought it. You know what I mean? And a lot of that had to do with my own self-esteem and self-worth. But the early Christians, the ones that Paul was ministering to, they really needed support, prayers, encouragement, because Christianity at that time was still in its baby steps. And so they were truly outside the norm of what society accepted to be true, to be believable. So he continually encouraged them to lean on God's strength. And we know what that's like, don't we? We know that when there are trials, when the chaos of the world just wants to tear us down, God is the only one that we can turn to for that strength that we need to keep putting that one foot in front of the other. He was also reminding them of God's promises, the ones that I love the most. He will never, ever leave us. He will never turn His back on us. He will never ridicule us or belittle us, put us down. That's not who our God is. Those are all human attributes. We know them well. We know that once we become a Christian, we are going to be ridiculed. Maybe not to the extent that the early Christians were, but yeah, we're still going to be made fun of, believing in something we can't see, believing in something that science, for the most part, has been able to explain away, but not everything. I love the fact, I truly do, that when I am in great trouble, when I feel the weight of the shoulder on my shoulders of the world that is just ready to crush me all the way into the ground and below, that I have my Heavenly Father to call on to fill me with strength and courage and the fortitude that I need to carry on. And I'm not just talking about in my daily life, getting up, getting out of bed, getting dressed, fixing that first cup of coffee, cleaning the house, even sometimes just to sit down and pick up my yarn and crochet and create something can be a chore. It really can. But God is there with me. He's saying, you can do it. Come on, let's get it done. Come on, come on. Those loving words of encouragement. I also know from personal experience that when God says, "This I will do for you," He has done it every time. I may not have liked it, but He has done it. He has given me the strength, and He has stood by His promises to give me strength, to give me encouragement, to give me the willingness to step boldly out in His name. So we, I believe, have it much easier than those early Christians did. But Paul reminded them over and over again that their God keeps the promises that He makes. God was their strength. That could not be torn down. And that when we all rely on Him, our life, folks, is much better than those who have no one to turn to. Faithful protector is what Paul referred to God to the Thessalonians when he said, "The Lord Yahweh is always faithful to place you on a firm foundation and guard you from the evil one." And that is exactly right, folks. With God, there is nothing that we cannot do, that we cannot face, because He's going to be right there with us, protecting us, guiding us, and most especially making sure that Satan has no control, cannot deter us from what he has planned for us. There are many unknowns in life, Father. There are twists and turns, and I cannot control my fate. Even when things seem to be going according to my expectations, I cannot predict every situation or outcome. When I let go of the control that has always been an illusion, I give myself the freedom to lean into your everlasting grace. I want to say that one more time. When I give myself up to you, that control that's always been an illusion, I give myself the freedom to lean into your everlasting grace. See, we have to let go of the control. We have to let God take the wheel. You are faithful. You are the one who sets me in place. There are no mysteries to you. You are a reliable companion and a constant presence in my life. You protect and guard me from the enemy who seeks to steal, to kill, and to destroy. You come to bring life and not just a temporary fix. You are abundant in mercy, and you surround me with your comforting presence all the days of my life. Faithful one, I lean on you today. Guide me and protect me as I follow you. I let go of the need to control my own outcomes because I trust your leadership and I know that you are good. Fill me up with your grace today. Isn't that wonderful? Fill me up with your grace, your faithfulness for me today. And He will. That's all you have to say. Fill me up with your grace. Grace meaning faithfulness today. And He'll do it, folks. He certainly will. I hope that you've enjoyed today's devotional. I hope that you truly take a moment to reflect on just how, honestly, folks, we do have it much easier today than the Christians of early times. We have one another just right here through this medium. We have each other. We don't have to travel long distances to connect with other Christians. We can pick up a telephone. We can connect through Facebook, through the television, through Zoom, through watching tutorials, to be encouraged, to be reminded that not only are we not alone because God is always with us, but because we are not alone in our faith. There are other like believers just like me, just like you, who know that God is real, who know that God is love, and who knows that if we let God take control, there is no stopping us. Again, thank you so much for joining me for these devotionals. Let me remind you, as I always like to do, that they come to you from this little blue book that's put out by Broad Street Publishers. Now, there's the link. I'm going to leave it there in the description box for you if you wish to go and purchase your own copy, or if you want to give it out as a gift. And I know I've been saying, Christmas is right around the corner, but you know what? I also got to thinking it makes a wonderful gift to give to anybody at any time. Birthdays, baby showers, bridal showers, someone who feels just a little bit off kilter. Whether it's this devotional book or any other devotional book, sometimes we all just need something that we can quickly pick up, read a few words to be reminded we are not alone. If this was your first time here and you've made it this far, thank you so much. Please just leave me a comment, and all of you hit that like button because it helps the channel. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this devotional inspired you today. And for those of you that are first timers, be sure and hit that subscribe button down in the corner. Look for the bell with the cute little hugs on the side because it'll let you know every time I upload content, especially if daily devotionals are what you're seeking. Always remember, folks, God is faithful. God keeps his promises. And all you have to do is lean into him. He'll take care of everything else, including the chaos that the devil wishes to insert into your life. And remember, I love you too. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.